Okay, so the 14th day of Kislev, during a leap year, Tanya, it's Kuntras 6, beginning of 6. I thought there were 5 yesterday. Apparently there's 6. Maybe there's more. We'll find out. Sorry. David, you call them songs? This is Musar that he got for referring to Torah laws as songs. But we teach them the songs to school kids. I don't know. He was very happy. Anyway, in the Zohar we find the expression, the praise of Torah and its song. So why did he get yelled at? Let us understand, what is the praise of God when a particular object is forbidden or permitted? A similar concept is implicit in the verse. How great are your works, O God! Your thoughts are very deep. As is known, all the worlds, the exalted and the lowly, are dependent on the meticulous performance of a single mitzvah. It's known if you study these kinds of things, Alter Rebbe. For example, if an altar offering is valid, then a supernal union in the Sfirat is effected, and all the worlds are elevated to receive their life force and spiritual sustenance. However, if the celebrant offered, if, for example, he received the blood of the offering with his left hand, or in an invalid vessel, or if there is a separation, anything that makes the offering invalid, then all the elevation of the worlds are nullified, as is the life force and sustenance from the source of life, the Ein Sof, blessed be He. So too, through the use of Val Tefillin, there is revealed the supernal intellect of Zun, Za, and Malchat V'Tzilas, the source of life for all the worlds. Yet through the omission of one required detail, they are invalidated, and the intellect departs. It's so. The same applies to the detailed requirements of the prohibitory commandments, the negative commandments. A single defect affects all the worlds. Let one therefore ponder how great are the works of God in the multiplicity of worlds, and all their hosts, and how all of these are literally null relative to any one of the specific requirements of the Torah. For it is the profundity of the supreme thought and the divine wisdom. For through the observance of one minor specification, all the worlds ascend and receive their life force and spiritual sustenance, or the reverse, God forbid. From this we may ponder the prodigious profundity of God's thought, which is the boundless and endless. This translator is amazing. He uses words. Thank you for translating into a new language I now don't understand. The Hebrew is a lot easier to understand than prodigious profundity. But I do love this translation. There's no comparison because no one did it. So, and which infinitely transcends the vitality of all the worlds. For their entire vivifying power issues from a minor requirement of God's thought. This requirement being drawn from its source, namely the depth of God's thought. Analogously, man's hair issues from his brain, as is known from Tikkun Zohar and Idra Rabbah. This was the delight of King David, may rest his peace, as he sang to gladden his heart in his Torah study during the time of anguish. I just want to say, this Kuntras, it takes a concept of why David HaMelech, he said, David, you call him songs, it talks to him about, he gets admonished. That pasuk is, by the way, from Sota 35a. David, you call these things songs, my Torah laws, and the ark, you know, and the Alter Rebbe basically explains to you how from these Torah laws, one small, minute detail can invalidate the entire thing, and thereby affecting things in the spiritual world that we have no idea about, unless you're the Alter Rebbe or these Mikubalim. And supernal unions are nullified. I mean, I never saw such a beautiful author like the Alter Rebbe. I don't know how he takes this one thing. I don't know who this was written to. I don't know why it was written. But basically it makes you so sensitive to small details. It was the Alter Rebbe who started the practice, I believe, with a famous story of his snuff box. Someone brought him a snuff box. He said, the one thing in the body that doesn't have a taiva, the nose, doesn't have a taiva. You want me to make a taiva for it by snuffing? So the story goes that he undid the screw very carefully from the snuff box, and he took out this. It was like silver, so he could use it as a mirror for his tefillin. He was the one who really wanted people to check their tefillin are exactly in the middle, because he says one small detail can invalidate supernal unions. God is in the details. Women are very connected to God, generally speaking, and this is one way we see it. Is they're also very into details. You ever plan an event with a woman? It's like, the tablecloths are this color, the flowers are this color, the order of the course is going to be like this. Everything is to the exact detail. And you look at the parsha, you look at the parshias, Vayikra especially. I mean, when talking about the Mishkan, what color should this be? The length, the almost down to the cubit, and not more than this, not less than this. You know, out of this fabric, out of that fabric, people pass over like there's nothing there. But God is really in the details of life. And when you start becoming sensitive to details, you start becoming sensitive to God Himself. Because then you realize the intricacies that make up this universe. And all the chance occurrences that you call chance, you realize how they're actually divinely ordained, divinely planned, and they're happening for an exact reason, which is God's trying to teach you about the universe around you. Once you become sensitive in that nature, the universe opens up for you, and it becomes like this platform, this stage for you to learn about your Creator. May God Almighty bless us all. Thanks so much, and Legacy.